May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to another video from Kirk. Today's video is titled Charlie Kirk exposes undercover CRT in school. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hi.
Is that a Pokemon shirt? That's hilarious.
It is, especially after your last answer about video games.
Yeah.
But I have a 3-year-old. He likes it, so.
Oh, that's all right.
So my question actually had to do with social emotional learning.
Yeah.
I've heard several commentators mention it. Carlin Borisenko, Tim Pool, etc.
Yep.
They've all mentioned how this is something that's sort of creeping into the schools and is also sort of connected to wokeness in some way. Can you elaborate further on that? Because I really don't
So social emotional learning is trying to adjust how you teach based on social and emotional circumstances, which is a direct segue into CRT. So for example, that we must change the way we do math based for black kids because they have different social emotional background. It is CRT under a different name, right? I'm a big believer in classical education. And classical is tough. Not everyone is going to be able to do classical. I get it. But the classical method is Christian in nature and brings young people on a journey towards the truth, and will also have them be able to defend the truth, I think, in a more solid and proven way. Anyway, but the issue with social emotional learning is acting as if, based on a kid's skin color, that they will not be able to find the truth or be able to understand math or science. And it's incredibly insulting. It's hyper-racist is what it is. It's like, oh, the black kids are too dumb to be able to figure this out. Like, I reject the premise. We're all image bearers. We're all made in the image of God. I believe that education properly done, classical education done, right, which is the way we should educate, but we don't, is that regardless of skin color, regardless of background. Now, they'll say, well, it's because certain kids do not have the same sort of family backgrounds as others. Now, that's a parental involvement issue, okay? That's not about adjusting the curriculum or how you teach it. What really this is the realignment of education to try and have a certain, let's say, activistic output, if that makes sense. So, look, social emotional learning, I'm generalizing but this is basically what it is. It's CRT under a different name.
Okay, so if I get him correctly, he's talking about not encouraging, the school to reduce their curriculum because of black kids. I feel like this can go in two ways. You see, if the black kids are immigrants, then I think I get why they would want to reduce or, let's say, bring down their curriculum. But if they are indigent, let's say a citizen of the United States, you were born and brought up there, then I feel like there is no point of doing that because, right from small, you are going to school, you are learning. So definitely, majority of the thing you're going to see in school is something you've had, let's say, a little idea about, or something you've been taught. You see, so it's like that. But if you're an immigrant, I get the point. You have to reduce it because they might not have the opportunity to experience learning like that. So, but I don't know. That's just my take. But I feel like if you were born in the United States, I don't like. No matter the school you attend, at least one way or the other, you might have been taught. So I don't think they should bring down the curriculum to fit in. I feel like they should get more professional teachers that can, go in depth to what they are teaching. You see, you can ask questions. Have any of you ever been taught this topic before? If, let's say, majority of the class say no, you can go over it again before going to the topic of the day. I think with that, you can, you can teach people who haven't experienced such topic, and also refresh the memory of those people who have, learned it before. And I think it's a win-win for everyone. So I feel the problem should be, or the solution should be employing more qualified teachers that are willing to, first of all, willing to explain perfectly well before proceeding to, the topic of the day. Because I think we experienced that in school, when we were in our junior level, some topic were being taught to us. But when we go to higher institution, if a teacher start teaching and he bring up a topic, let's say, have you guys learned taxation before? And majority of the class say no. Even if it's minority, he would go back again and explain the fundamental before proceeding to the topic of the day. You see, by doing that, you are carrying the class along. So I don't know. That's what I think. So I love this, and I love the fact that this topic was brought forth to Charlie, and I love the way he broke it down and explained it to the audience. But it's a yes or no scenario. It depends on where the student is coming from. But I don't think this should be labeled only to black community. It should be labeled to everyone, because I can travel to the United States and I don't understand English. So I would want someone to explain things to me of the way I understand. So that's why if you're coming to the United States, I think you are being asked to take an English class, for a couple of, I don't know if it's 1 year or 2 years, so that you'll be able to familiarize yourself with the language of the people living in that country. So anyway, like I said before, this is a beautiful one. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If this is your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember this.